Do you ever get to a point where your mind just won't stop? Maybe you're doing all of the right things, the work, the goals, the habits, yet you still feel stuck or anxious and burned out. Or you're ruminating constantly from things from the past. Believe me when I tell you that was me for years, honestly, about as far back as I can remember. Until one lyric, one line from a song hit me so hard that it changed the direction of my entire life. I'm going to share that song with you, why it changed me, and the lessons that I've learned since that day in 2017. Before I get into it though, drop a quick comment below on what your mindset journey has been like so that I can get a sense of where you're at. I'd love to connect with you guys. The song was called In Between by a band called Beartooth. You can see here that I have an LP of theirs behind me because I love their music so much. They're a heavy metal band with a positive message. Their energy is phenomenal, especially when you watch them live. But the music itself has a very unique sound. And what's amazing to me is that they're a heavy metal band with positive messages. You don't see that very often. And the way that they do it, it's killer. It's perfect. I love it. I've always been a hard rock, heavy metal kind of guy. And the music that they put out, especially in their newer albums, is just phenomenal, I think. So anyway, the song In Between, the chorus goes like this. Up on the mountain, I'm not going to sing it for you. I'm a terrible singer. But up on the mountain, I see down below. It's easy to lose yourself, I know. I can't hear what you're shouting. I'm deaf to your show. It's easy to lose your self-control. Everybody gets high. Everybody gets low. Life can be such overdose. Up on the mountain, I see down below. It's easy to lose yourself, I know, in the in-between. I just get chills just listening to that, just reading it. So the way that I interpret this and the perspective that I think it gives is that if you're going through some type of challenge and you're aiming for some level of success, some mountain, right? It's easy to lose yourself along the way. But once you're up on the mountain, you can see so much clearer down below where you came from, other people on their path also. But here's the line that really shifted things for me. It was in the second verse where Caleb, the lead singer, says, "Don't let your mindset become what controls you. Speak right now and make the choice to grow." Literally, the moment I heard that line for the first time, I just said, my mindset is controlling me. I had very heavy, very strong rumination, intrusive thoughts, negative thinking, low self-esteem, a weak self-image, all of things that I couldn't control. These were my defaults. I tried so many things to quiet the mind or to distract the mind or to stop these negative or these intrusive thoughts from happening, but I couldn't, whatever I tried back then. Now I'm different. Back then I didn't. So when he sang this line, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it's key that he says, make the choice to grow. You have to choose to become better. You have to, one, realize that a lot of these things are happening, whether it's the self-esteem, the rumination, the thought, the intrusive thoughts. You have to choose to become better. And not only do you have to choose it, but you have to want it. And I think if you want it and you're not taking action, you don't actually want it. You just think it's a nice idea. You wish it, but you have to actually want it and choose to do the work. And the work is not always going to be comfortable, but you have to choose it. You have to choose to go through that fire. You have to choose to climb the mountain to get to the top of the mountain. So how do we boil this down? What are the lessons that I've learned, that I've realized because of this song along the way? So number one is that realize that you are not your mind. Your mindset heavily influences your behavior, but you have to ask if it is controlling you or are you controlling it? If it's controlling you, you need to choose to change that. That's where I was. My mindset was 100% controlling me. I couldn't control it at all. It was running the show. It was very distracting. You have to choose to change that. You have to choose to walk the path, to climb the mountain, to learn whatever you have to learn in order to get to the top of the mountain, to get to where you want to go. And so the second lesson here is that this takes growth. Our whole purpose in life, the way I see it, why are we here on this planet, is to grow. You plant a seed, what does it do? It grows. A baby is born, what does it do? It grows. As a human, you enter society as an adult. What do? You should continue to grow. Growth isn't just a physical thing. You don't just get bigger in size. It's a social thing. It's a mental thing. It's a spiritual thing. You grow in your consciousness. Growth is realizing that you're at point A and you want to get to point B. And you willingly do whatever it takes to get there. For me, back then, that point B was inner peace and mental clarity. You have to choose to grow to get there. And lesson number three is that once you've done that, you want to grow with the best tools. And this is a subtlety that not a lot of people talk about, but life becomes so much easier when you have the best tool for the job. Imagine if you're trying to climb a mountain and you're laying on a surfboard. You're like, yeah, this is, I like this surfboard. It's a fun thing to do. Okay, it's probably not the best tool to climb the mountain. It's probably not the best tool for the job. You're not going to go anywhere. All right, so you realize walking would be a better tool than surfing on a surfboard to get to the top of a mountain. Okay, so that's a good decision. You start to walk. But once you start to walk, you realize you're barefoot and the ground is hot and your feet are starting to burn. And so it's starting to slow you down. So you find some sandals and you put them on and you're like, great, this is a much better tool. I've got some sandals, much better than bare feet, and you're okay for a while. But now you realize the terrain is rugged, there's rocks, you've got to start climbing on stuff, and the sandals are slipping and they're starting to wear down and fall apart anyway. They weren't the best tools for the job. You're getting blisters, so you need to throw on some socks and you put on some shoes because the sandals were slowing you down also. The shoes are a much better tool for the job than the sandals were. But you didn't realize that until you got to the point where you needed to put the shoes on. So the sooner you can realize this, the better. And even when you get to the point where you're wearing some shoes, you think you're unstoppable, but then you realize that you can actually twist your ankle if you're wearing shoes. And so then you optimize one level further by swapping your shoes for hiking boots. And I know this is a long-winded analogy, but I hope you see my point that sometimes we think we have the best tools and we don't. There's usually always another tool that's better out there or that's more optimized for the job that you're trying to do. Whether that's inner work, whether that's climbing a mountain, whether it's writing a song, there's usually a better tool. You just have to keep looking for it. And the fourth lesson from this is to just keep going. You only fail when you quit. And it might take longer for you to get to where you want to go than you hoped if you want to get from point A to point B. But as long as you keep going, and as long as you keep going using the best tools, you're going to get there. You just have to have your mind set on point B and believe that you can make it. And as long as you keep going and you're using the right tools and you choose that that's the way you want to go and that you're willing to grow to get there, you're going to make it. And with that, guys, just remember, don't let your mindset become what controls you. Speak right now and make the choice to grow. I will see you at the top of the mountain. It's easy to lose your self-control.